What's up guys? Today I'm gonna be teaching you how to vanish a coin 3 different ways. You're gonna love all of them. They're super practical. You can actually use them in real life situations. Sometimes there's some magic tricks that may look good on camera, but they're not really useful. If anything, maybe the last one I'm gonna teach you is a little bit just for the camera, but it looks really cool. But the other 2 you can totally do in person and people will be super impressed. So without further ado, let me show you the performances of the 3 and then we'll get into it. Guys, if you enjoy the video, make sure to like, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. The first coin vanish I'm gonna teach you is my take on the retention vanish, which looks a little bit like this. The second vanish is called the French drop, and it looks like that. And the last one looks a little something like this. All right, so the first one is the retention vanish, and like I said, this is my take on it. I do it a little bit differently than most magicians. I personally love the way I do it. I think it's just really cool. I think it's very simple, and let me teach you right now. Fun fact, I actually taught it briefly on my IGTV. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you do at The Card Guy. I have more tutorials on there, especially some quick to the point ones. YouTube is kind of the place you can find my in-depth tutorials. Check out my Instagram and TikTok for the short ones. Anyways, enough talking, let's get into it. You're gonna hold the coin with your dominant hand with your thumb in the back, pointer and middle in the front. It's kind of the same position you would be in if you were doing a snap change, which I've taught before. Haven't learned that before, I will put a tutorial in the description of this video, but the snap change is a very basic, cool way to change a card to another card. The mechanics are basically just you bring the first card back to reveal the second one, and from the front it looks like the card just changes. This motion is very similar because you have the coin in a very similar grip, and you're gonna use your middle finger to curl the coin back like this. It kind of balances on your middle finger, and your pointer is above, slightly contacting so that the coin doesn't fall off. So you have it like this, you bring it back just like this. You're kind of sliding it inwards. You might have to extend your middle finger a little bit first to get it to the exact position you want it to end up in, because from the front they won't be able to see this. Now you add in the other hand, you add the motion that looks like you're grabbing the coin, and you do it simultaneously like so. So it really does look like you're grabbing the coin. You're doing this motion as you do it. A saying in magic is big motion covers little motion. The movement of your hands being fluid, a nice little smooth motion is gonna hide the slight movement that your fingers make. Because if you didn't provide any cover and you just kind of went like this, they might notice your middle finger kind of curled in. But to hide that, the more that's going on, the less they can actually focus on. Hence, big motion covers little motion. So really try to make it look smooth. Don't make it look too suspicious. Don't even address it too much. Okay, I'm gonna grab the coin with my other hand now. You don't wanna draw attention to something that they never thought in the first place. A phrase I like regarding magic is don't run when you're not being chased. For example, if I made the coin disappear and I said, look, it's gone, I would never say, it's definitely not in my other hand, and obviously that sounds silly, but to a smaller scale, what you don't want to do is say things like, okay, I'm gonna put the coin in my other hand now. It should go without saying. They see that you're putting it in your other hand, so that's what they think is happening. You don't need to run if you're not being chased. Don't try to draw too much attention to the fact. Just kind of be like, okay, I have a coin, check it out. But other than that, it's a very simple way to hold on to the coin, and just practice that and you will definitely get it. Practice in a mirror, practice on camera, practice your angles. Obviously they can't see it from certain sides, but overall this is a really good vanish. If you need to angle your hand downwards because you have multiple people around you, that's totally fine. But go ahead and practice this and let's get on to the next vanish. Our next vanish we're gonna learn is called the French drop. This is a very traditional move in coin magic, and basically it just looks like this. You're grabbing the coin, or at least it looks like it, and it falls into your hand. Pretty simple. The only thing you're gonna have to practice with this is angles, just like any magic trick. But these are a little more specific because if you have your hand just like this, they're obviously gonna see it from their point of view. So you're gonna kind of have to practice the angles, but really what you're doing is you're holding the coin like this with your thumb in the back, the rest of your fingers in front. I like to do a little spin like this just with my pointer finger. I just think it looks nice. And then I come over with my other hand. As it looks like I'm grabbing, I drop it into what's called finger palm. This is finger palm, where you have the coin hidden in your fingers, typically your middle and ring like this. So you have the coin in this position. It looks like you're grabbing it. It falls into finger palm. They shouldn't be able to see the coin. Obviously, they should think it's in this hand. So what you're gonna wanna do is after you do the French drop, you're gonna kinda wanna tilt your hand a little bit so they can't see the coin. So again, you're here, pretend to grab, kinda tilt your hand back so they don't see the coin, and then it's gone. The final vanish I'm gonna teach you, like I said, this one's kind of just for the camera. I assume you can do it in person. It's just not the wisest move because you would have to be only doing it for like one other person, and it doesn't have a very good cleanup. It's gonna be very hard to recover from it, basically because it looks like this. You stick the coin to the back of your hand like this, and then you show your palms. But you can't turn. It would be really hard to grab the coin and hide it. So really, this is just a cool one to get on camera if you wanna post on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. If you do, tag me, I'd love to see it. But really for this, hold the coin like you did at the beginning for the retention vanish, like this with your thumb in the back, pointer in middle in the front, and then just have your hand like this in a fist. It looks like you're placing it in. You can kind of put your middle finger in your hand to make it look more convincing. But with your thumb and pointer, you're really just sticking it. Just apply some pressure. If you need to, you can even kind of lick the back of your hand, stick the coin like that, and then you show, and the coin is gone. So that was the instructional portion for the 3 vanishes. Now I wanna go over some pro tips just to reward the people that have watched this far into the video. If you have, let me know by commenting #CardSquad in the comments. But I wanna go over some tips on how to get rid of the coin, AKA the cleanup. Because when you do something like the retention vanish or the French drop, what happens is, yes, it vanishes from this hand, but it's still in this hand, right? So a lot of people kind of might catch on and be like, okay, but what's in your other hand? And you really don't want to be in the situation that you're like, I can't show you. So what you have to do is after you do either the retention vanish or the French drop, you have to get rid of this coin. Now, there's many ways to do this. The first thing you can do, simply place it in your pocket. As they're not paying attention, you just kind of go like this. What you can do is you can distract them. You can say, hey, hold out your hand, act like you're giving them the coin as you put this hand casually in your pocket, drop it, and don't draw too much attention to it. Don't look suspicious. Don't be like, okay, grab the coin, and then, rush to your pocket. You wanna do it very naturally. Just be like, hey, hold out your hand, grab the coin, simply drop it in your pocket, and then you're good. Another way you can hide the coin afterwards and clean up is by doing your move, right? And then if you have something like your phone or your wallet or a pencil in your pocket or anything like that, you can reach for it almost like a magic wand. So what you do, let's say I had my phone in my pocket, right? What I can do is I can pretend to grab the coin and be like, okay, now I'm gonna use my phone as a magic wand. And as I take out my phone, I just dropped the coin into my pocket and I'm left completely clean. And then I go like this, and it vanishes, and then I'm completely clean, and no one's really gonna ask what's in my pocket. A nice little rule of thumb is in magic, if you're holding something else in your hand while you're hiding something, it doesn't really look suspicious. Like right now, I have a coin palmed in my hand, right? I have a coin in finger palm, but because I'm holding a straw, no one would suspect I have something in my hand. So by adding another object, you can really hide something well. Alright guys, well that was the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know which one of the 3 was your favorite. Make sure to practice before you show people. If you post you doing them, tag me on social media @thecardguy. I love to see you guys practicing the tricks I teach you. I think it's the coolest thing ever. If you guys don't already, make sure to follow my Instagram and my TikTok @thecardguy, and text me what you want to learn next. 1-949-239-0713. I will see you guys in the next video. #CardSquad. Subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.